Good morning, learners. In our previous lesson, we talked about the solar system, and we said the Earth is one of the planets which are found in our solar system. And we said the Earth is the only planet that supports life, or is the only planet that has got living things. So today we are going to look at two Earth movements. So the two Earth movements that we are going to look at today are rotation and revolution. So we are going to start talking about rotation, the rotation of the Earth. So what is rotation? So when we are talking about the Earth's rotation, there are a few things which I must first mention about the relationship between the sun, which is at the center of the solar system, and our Earth. Now, the sun does not move, but our Earth moves around the sun. To prove that the sun does not move is very difficult, because most people will argue and say in the morning the sun was there, and then in the afternoon the sun was there. And how come you say our Earth is moving? Because my homestead was here yesterday, even today it is still here. Now, we do not feel the Earth's movement because we are too small and the Earth is very big. The same thing can be said by an ant which stays in a bus or a train. If you can tell the ant that the train is moving, the ant can say, no, this train does not move, because my homestead or my home yesterday it was here, even today my home is still here. The reason is that the train is so big, the ant can feel the movement. So that's the same thing that happens with our Earth. It is moving at a steady speed around the sun, but we can't feel the movement. So I want to talk about the first movement of the Earth, which is rotation. In fact, these two movements happen at the same time, so we can say they happen simultaneously. The Earth does not rotate today and then tomorrow revolves. These movements happen at the same time. So how does the Earth rotate? So here I will make an example. Here is the sun, which is found at the center of the solar system. So the Earth is almost shaped like a ball, and our Earth is divided into imaginary lines. These lines are not there, but they are just imaginary lines which were used to divide the Earth. So this is the equator, And then there is also an imaginary line which we call the earth axis. So this is the imaginary line which is called the earth axis. So when the earth is rotating, it is spinning on this axis. It spins on this axis when the earth is rotating. So when you look at the position of the sun cannot give light and heat to the entire earth at the same time. So sometimes you find that in other places here on earth they are having daylight, while in other places it's night. How does that happen? When we look at this diagram, the part of the earth that is facing the sun is this part. So all countries which are on this side are having day. Because they are facing the sun. And all countries here on earth which are this side are having night. So only countries which are on the side of the earth are having day. As the earth is rotating on these axes, the people here are also going to be this side, because the earth is rotating from west to east, like that. So when other areas here on earth are experiencing day, some areas are experiencing night. So when the earth spins on its axis and giving us day and night here, we call that movement of the earth rotation. We call that movement of the earth rotation. So how long does the earth take to finish one rotation? To finish one rotation, the earth takes 24 hours, which is equals to 1 day. So the earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. The rotation of the earth gives us day and night. The earth rotates on its axis. So that is all about the rotation of the earth.